What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk here. In this one, we got a Michigan basketball report here as the Wolverines fall in another close game to Oklahoma, falling to 8-3 on the season. We go over what this team needs to clean up, how close they are to being a very dominant and great team, and we go over what went wrong in a couple of their losses to Arkansas and Oklahoma. It's all going to be in this video and more, so let's go ahead and get right into it here. And Michigan 8-3 on the season, with all three of their losses coming by a combined 5 points. They have lost 3 games this season by a combined 5 points as they lose another close one possession battle to Oklahoma, 87-86. The Wolverines had this one won. I mean, they led by 3 with 30 seconds left. The freshman guard for Oklahoma had 30 points, Jeremiah Fears, and he also had the game-winning 4-point play, which unfortunately the refs called a foul on the play, and Michigan could not answer on the other end to win the game. So, this team has shown how good they can be all season long. I mean, they have shown glimpses in a lot of these games, including the past 2 losses against Arkansas and Oklahoma, where they go on big runs, and you kind of just tell yourself, like, wow, how can this team stop Michigan right now? Then they kind of just fall apart and start having mistakes, turning the ball over, and we really saw that against Arkansas. Their turnovers finally caught up to them in the game against Arkansas. They had 17 turnovers. It was a great comeback in that game. They led by as much as 15 in the first half. Second half, they started out and played very sloppy. They trailed by as much as 18, but they fought their way back, had a chance to win it, at the end, but they couldn't get it done. And really, it was just that deep hole they dug themselves in, turning the ball over too much, and they trailed by 18 and had to climb all the way back in that game. But I mean, very well should have won that game. And same thing with the Oklahoma game. Turnovers late in the game. They only had 10 turnovers in this game, so that really wasn't the reason they lost this game. There were some unfortunate calls that didn't go their way in this one, including the 4-point play that ended up, having them lose the game. Then also Oklahoma getting away with a little push on Vlad Golden on the final possession where he tried to go up and get the rebound. But, it's just Michigan pulling away in these close games. That's what they have to do moving forward. Dusty May said that he is looking for Michigan to being able to win on the margins, not leaving games up to whether or not Michigan is hot shooting the ball or gets a call at the end or whatever it might be. But another, problem for Michigan right now is their 3-point shooting woes. Michigan this past game was 4 for 28 from 3-point range. They did shoot 47% from the field, but Oklahoma, compared to Michigan's 4 of 28 from 3, they went 12 of 25. Michigan's interior game was really strong in this one. They got a lot of points in the paint. Vlad Golden went off, had 26 points, 10 rebounds. Danny Wolf had 15 points, 10 rebounds. Both of them had a double-double in that game. But when you go 14.3% from 3-point range, you only lose by 1. I mean, it stings. It stings to lose that game. Just one more shot, one more free throw, one more call or play that would have went your way, you would have won this game. Unfortunately, again, it came down to the last possession, and Michigan, definitely could have fouled up by 3. I think they were kind of trying to save that for, a little bit later, but, as soon as it went down to, around 13 seconds, Michigan definitely could have fouled them, put them on the line, and not given them a chance to tie the game with a 3-point shot, let alone a 4-point play. Then obviously at the end, Michigan has to do a much better job of, executing. They did get a good look with Trey Donaldson on a 3, but with how dominant Michigan was in the interior with Danny Wolf and Vlad Golden, but it didn't happen. Michigan did out-rebound Oklahoma. They had 17 offensive rebounds, and that would have been the storyline to this game for Michigan had they won, but instead it was their 4 for 28 on 3-pointers that really sticks out in this 1-point loss. So, this team is very close to being a great team. And obviously, come March, towards the end of the season, towards the NCAA tournament, this team should look a lot different than right now, and they also should be a lot better. Dusty May knows that, whole coaching staff knows that, and they know it's on them to make sure this team gets better throughout the season, because right now, I mean, they are very, very close to being a dominant team. They just have to, continue to work on cleaning up the turnovers. Obviously, there's going to be nights where the shots just aren't falling from deep, but when you shoot 28 threes and only make 4 of them, yeah, that's a big problem, and not many teams are going to, win a game when you shoot the way Michigan did from 3-point range. So, Michigan, they were pretty dominant in the interior, probably, couldn't have or shouldn't have shot some of the threes they took in that game, but you live or die with those decisions that the players make in the moment of the game. And obviously Dusty May, he wants to shoot the ball from deep. Michigan has the players to do it. It's just right now, seems like every single player is in a 3-point shooting slump right now. But let me know what you guys think. Michigan losing another close game to Oklahoma, 87-86. That's a great team. They remain undefeated. Michigan, though, gut-wrenching loss. Definitely should have won that game. They had it won, led for almost a lot of the game, especially in the second half. So definitely sucks to lose that game in what was another winnable game for the Wolverines, but they are very, very close. And, you got to give it up to this team and Dusty May. I mean, not many people expected this team to really get going early on, but, I mean, with all the new faces, they have done that. They picked up some very big wins. They beat TCU by 12 points. They beat Virginia Tech by 12. They beat Xavier by 15. Also went on the road against Wisconsin, who was undefeated at the time, beat them by 3, and really should have picked up a big-time win over number 14 Oklahoma, but lost by 1. It was a tough non-conference schedule for Michigan. They come out of it 8-3, losing 3 games by a combined 5 points. It definitely sucks, but Michigan's next game is home against Fort Wayne on Sunday at 1 p.m. They also play Western Kentucky the following Sunday after that at 8 p.m. at home. Then after that, it is Big Ten play the rest of the way for the Wolverines. They are currently 2-0 in the Big Ten. Actually, we're favored to win the Big Ten, so Michigan is a favorite to win the Big Ten right now. Definitely one of the best teams in the Big Ten, but now they just have to put it all together, continue to get better. Dusty May did say post-game that, he thinks that this team really did get better from a week ago. This team just has to get out of their 3-point shooting slump right now that they're on. Gotta be able to win on the margins, and obviously continue to work on the turnovers, which big problem is the pick sixes turnovers. A lot of turnovers, just sloppy passes that lead to an easy 2 points for the other team. That's happened in a couple games now. So, but altogether, this team is going to be very good. They got a nice easy 2 games here leading into the rest of Big Ten play. But with that, that's going to wrap up this video. I should have a football video out today as well, so be on the lookout for that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to go ahead, drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more if you are new around here. I greatly appreciate it. And we will see you guys in the next video. Go Blue.